It's been another big day in the business world, Nona Peltier. Nice to see you, Nona.
It has been a big day.
Huge. We've looked at the Sky Vodafone merger, and John Follett's going to join us after 6. Let's look at Air New Zealand's result.
Right, so Air New Zealand's first half net profit fell almost about a quarter, 24%. So it was a fairly significant fall. But the market wasn't upset by it. In fact, the share price moved up because the company did a pretty good job of managing its costs and getting a pretty good underlying profit there in the face of intense competition. So competition, increasing fuel prices, all of these things combined to give Air New Zealand a hard time, but it was well flagged to the market. And so in the end, wasn't so bad.
They've come off a record profit too, hadn't they?
Yeah, it's very strong. You know, that company's been doing really very well off of those increasing tourism numbers. And of course, the news got around that tourists want to come to New Zealand, so a whole lot of new carriers decided to, get in on the action. And so that's been a bit of a golden goose for Air New Zealand, and now the eggs have been sort of spread a bit.
Yeah, you've got to share them with other birds.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, yeah. Port of Tauranga?
Yes, Port of Tauranga. Okay, well, now they've done very well. They've been dredging their harbour for a long time. And it was a big gamble, I mean, what did they spend? $350 million to do that.
I'm going to come into also with a little subtext here that it is cutthroat between the port in Auckland and the port in Tauranga, right? And as the crow flies, there's not a big distance between them, and it is pistols at dawn to get business in the north.
That's right, and the big ships are, where they're going.
Yeah,
they're not going to Auckland anymore.
No.
And, well, I shouldn't say they're not going. Well, they can't go to Auckland, so they haven't been there in the first place. So anyways, yeah, they took a big gamble, and it seems to have been paying off. Their first half profit increased by 8.5%. And their profit guidance, they retained it, but they're looking at a strong first half, means that they'll probably end up at the top end of their range of between 79 and 83 million. So they made a first half profit of $42 million.
What the share price do?
Oh, in the share price, okay, so Air New Zealand share price ended up 5%. That's by 10 cents, $2.25. The Port of Tauranga share price up 1 cent. To $4.43. On Sky TV, okay, so they fell quite low today to $3.60, which was not good. But hey, improved, and so finished down 13% by 57 cents.
And 13% is over 200 million, isn't it? Wiped off the value for you.
Well, you know what, though, it only really matters when you sell it, right? As long as you own the shares.
Yeah, someone was selling though, right? In order
for yeah. And somebody was buying as well. And so they finished up at $3.78. And I guess you're going to have a nice conversation with John after the hour, so you'll learn a lot more, I'm sure, about that.
But it's fascinating to hear whether or not they have a plan B. Now, obviously, that's commercially sensitive, but what's next?
You can bet they have a plan B. But anyway, look, the New Zealand dollar actually broke above 72 cents this afternoon. 72.1 US cents, 93.7 Australian, so moving up again there. 57.9 pence for those who really want to know. And that's it for the markets.
We get a lot of feedback from people saying
if you forget, I tell you, they do let you know.
Yeah, thanks, Nona. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. See you tomorrow, Nona.